I just built an automation innovation idea funnel, a web application with field validation, automatic Google Sheet logging, and auto classification and scoring flow. This logic without writing code from scratch. I'm not even a developer, even though I was a data scientist. Sounds impossible? That's what I thought too. I do not enjoy coding and debugging, but I like to produce things. What amazed me, use Claude Code. I went from zero to a full-function web application where people can submit innovation ideas, get them automatically evaluated against the criteria, and see them ranked, all through a natural conversational instruction. Here is the flow I followed. Step 1. Create a clear description of the project overall and the MVP solution in 3 to 5 sentences based on the UPOMC framework. Here is the dedicated video for the framework and how to use it. Step 2. Set up a new project folder and open VS Code terminal to launch Claude Code. You need to have your API or Claude AI set up with your terminal first. I will link video below I was following. Or you can also ask Claude AI or ChatGPT guide you step by step to set up. If you encounter an error, just take the screenshot and ask help from them again. Step 3. Communicate the purpose and overall project, and let Claude write them into a requirement.md for future use. Then elaborate your MVP requirements and let Claude suggest needed tech stack and integrations. In this case, I also let Claude check if anything is missing in my requirements, especially around the errors, validations, and AP, which I'm not an expert of. Step 4. I requested, could I have a high-level implementation plan, including suggested folder structure, provided and breakdown from basic project setup, from design, validation, Google Sheet integration, ideal listing page, categorizing and scoring, and basic task and deployment, which really professional. Step 5. Then I simply said, start to execute and watch Claude Code build each component. And then I need to confirm if I need that or not and validate whether or not it's in my expectation. Step 6. Throughout the whole process, I focus on refining product feature, not wrestling with code syntax and debugging. Here are my tips for using Claude Code on projects like this more effectively. First, give Claude the full picture upfront. Don't just describe features, explain who will use the solution, what problem it solves, and why it matters. Share your priority, speed versus polish, must-have versus nice-to-have, and any tools you will need, like Google Sheet API. The richer the context, the better Claude can build what you actually need. Second, let Claude be your technical architect. Ask Claude to set up a production quality plan and folder structure. As non-developer, we don't know industry best practice for building a real maintainable application, so let Claude guide you. You will learn proper development pattern along the way without having to study them first. Third, turn your business document into an AI-friendly rules. If you have classification criteria or scoring logic in documents like PPT text or PDF, ask Claude to distill them into a concise rule MD. This creates a single source of truth that's shortened and easier for Claude or any other AI tools to understand and execute consistently throughout the development. Fourth, create and restart point regularly. Ask Claude to write a project status MD and a quick start MD whenever you take a break or hit a milestone. With daily usage limit like me, I only have 5 hours Claude Code. I need to clean documents so our Claude can pick up exactly where you left off the next day without confusion. Fifth, think like a product manager, not a programmer. Your job is to see the big picture, understand the overall process, test critical components, and ensure your solution actually works for user. You're no longer responsible for memorizing syntax and debugging the API connection. That's Claude's job. Focus on what the product should do, not the code should be written. Now, let me show you part of the record process. Folder is called idea funnel. And then I drag this folder into VS Code, and then you can see here is idea funnel, and there's nothing inside. And then find terminal. I will have a new terminal, and I have terminal here. Then idea funnel is already in my, so I can call Claude. I have Claude Code. And then I have my information I copy and paste and start to run. Let's see what it says. I'll help you to create a comprehensive requirement. And before I write it, I need to clarify some important detail. Ensure. What fields would innovate? I will choose 2. And what format it Jason says we Google Sheet. For PDF, PPT, or TXT. And what should be the scoring evaluation? Yes, should be 1. And who should access, submit, and view this idea? Yes. And review you also. Yes, submit. Cool. It says what should happen when someone's on a duplicate or very similar idea. Allow but flag as duplicate. What should the Google Sheet be structured? A single sheet with all data. Simplest. What status should idea have on the dashboard? Pending review. Interesting. Let's see 4 first. Here, key additional improvement, missing requirement added, addition feature defined, AI detail, and next step. Would you like me to start the building project structure now? Yes. Dev. Could I have a high-level implementation plan? And it will help doing things. And ideally, you can switch to the plan mode and you can have the plan there. But since this is the rough MVP for demo, so I passed that stage. Me to start with phase 0, set up now, or do you have a question? And you see here already we have then requirement.md file and the implementation plan.md file. And those files will be read every time, next time I use Claude in this folder. So it become a memory. Because if I close it, the Claude will not remember any previous conversation. So every time it will says ask, and it will have some like problem, and it will start to figure it out. Let me create structure manually. And the things, I'm a little bit control freak, so I would love to guide to say this is proper things. So I will not use that function at the beginning. It's called a dangerously skip permission, which means in that scenario, you don't really need to permit anything. Which means if you want the AI, you trust it, you use it. If you don't trust it, don't use it. Yeah. It's set up an API, the setup base component utility. That's later. It did a lot of things. It's let me know what things it's actually doing. And also in the folder structure, it create all the new things. Environment, JavaScript, package, JSON, README. Impressive. Setup is complete. It's really, I would say, production ready. I'm not an engineer, not the developer, but I'm so impressed. It says we have the project initiated and also dependency installed for 440 package, and then folder structure created, and then configuration files of those, and I probably need test in when I'm doing the Google Sheet, and the core files created, and the Git repository also set it, and the build test. Yes. 2 hours wrangling, it already in the system testing file. It says successful, the system is fully working. Look at the category, type, digital, and score. And complete projects summary. It's so awesome. I have my Google Sheet over here. It's added something, and they have category, they have a scoring, they have evaluation, they have editing note. It's last update. It's everything they tested. And here is test form. You can see here. It looks like here, and people can use already. Let's try one thing. Give idea. It's vision, fun, automation. This vision, idea, collection, validation, and duration. Your name, filling. What's problem statement? Okay. It was pure new process to low minimum. Let's try something like this. Proposed solution. I used Claude Code, which create website and log information in the Google Sheet, and then doing categorization stuff as a also 2 days and improve the efficiency and accuracy immediately. Your solution and interesting. Okay, and then we can see here I have my new buying of things, and it categorizes others score 50. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Let's go back to this one. I have several questions to ask. It says before starting phase 1, I need to configure my environment variable. So it says Google Sheet setup, blah, blah, service account, blah, 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 and I need to follow each step. And also generate admin password hash and copy the output and generate session secret, blah, 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 blah. And what's next? And it says after environment or give the plan, I can actually copy and paste it here in the maybe next plan .md. Then tomorrow I know where should I start. But here I want to see, I will like to copy and paste all of that for my saving. I will follow. However, I will say before I configure QA tests to build an UI. Absolutely, it's a great approach submission for you. And it's right. And it's start to build the UI now. Still, I'm interested in, is there any way I can actually let the code store this into an packed message by use /pack? Restart the project. So now I'm in Claude again. I said, please read the folder and understand where we are now. And I hope it will understand. I face some problem. I don't really understand where to run some questions. So I start to ask Claude it is. So it's readme, requirement, implement plan, project status, and quick start. And that's great. And now I'm slowly giving who is really different. Hi, Emily. Who is API, Chrome projects, and front end working. Configuration file. Type script interface define. Type idea. Was not built. First, it's start. And it's showing me where we left over, which is perfect. I will follow. Also ask the question. If you found this insightful, smash the like button, subscribe for more, and share this with a friend who may like it. What types of project you want to use Claude Code to help you execute next? Comment below. I will do a demo for the most voted one. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep building, keep dreaming, and keep pushing the frontier of what's possible.